Hello, friends. We're going to play a math game together today called What's the Same? In this game, our math brain will practice looking at groups of shapes, thinking about those shapes' attributes, what kinds of sides and corners they have, what kind of lines are used to make those shapes, if they're flat or solid, and then finding a connection between a group of shapes. Now, each picture I hold up is going to have three shapes on it, and there will be something that connects those three shapes. In fact, there might even be more than one thing that connects those three shapes. So, let's do the first one together. Here in this picture, we have a circle, a cylinder, and an oval. Take a minute to look at those shapes, think about their attributes, and find a way that a circle, a cylinder, and an oval are connected. What's the same about all of them? I noticed that a circle, a cylinder, and an oval all have curved lines. All of them are made with curved lines. That's a connection that I found. Things are the same about the three shape attributes. I wonder what your brain found. You might have noticed the same thing. You might have noticed something different. And as long as your answer has evidence, then that's fine. Here's the next one. Let's talk about the three shapes first. This picture has a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. If you'd like, you can pause this video and talk with someone near you about the attributes that these three shapes have and what's the same about all of them. Looking at sides and corners, I noticed that cube and cone have different amounts of sides and corners, so I know it's not that. Cube is composed of straight lines, whereas a cone has curved lines, so I know it's not that. I figured it out. A cylinder, a cube, and a cone are all solid shapes. None of them are flat. They're all solid shapes. I wonder what connection your brain found. Here's the next one. This picture has a rectangle, trapezoid, and a square. Take a moment to look at those shapes and think about all of their attributes. If you need, you can pause this video and talk with someone near you about those things. There's something that connects a rectangle, a trapezoid, and a square together. What is the same about all of them? So, well, they're all flat. That would make sense. But I can see something else too. It has something to do with their sides and corners. I notice they each have 4 sides and 4 corners. Here's the next one. This picture has a triangle, square, and a circle. What's the same about all of those? I'm going to start with, it's not sides and corners this time. They all have different amounts of sides and corners. And it's not straight lines and curved lines because circle's curved and the others have straight. So if you can pause this video if you need and talk with someone about what other attributes might connect these shapes together. I figured it out. These are all flat shapes. This one has a sphere, cylinder, and a cone. I use that little shadow there to show that this sphere is a solid shape. Now I noticed two things that connect the three shapes on this page. Wonder if you can figure them out as well. Two things. If you need, you can pause this video and talk with someone near you about these shapes' attributes. There are two things I can think of that connect all three of these shapes. What are they? The first is that all of these shapes are solid, and the second has something to do with them rolling. Can a sphere roll? It sure can. Can a cylinder roll? Sure can, as long as it's on its side. Can a cone roll? Yes, also if it's on its side. So all three are solid shapes, and all three shapes can roll. Here's the last one. This one's a challenge. Are you ready for a challenge? Has a triangle, a hexagon, and a trapezoid. Once again, I can find two different ways that all three of these shapes connect. One has to do with what kinds of shapes they are, if they're flat or solid, and the other, I'm going to give you a clue for this challenge, has something to do with the corners. See if you can figure it out. It's something to do with the corners. If you need, pause this video and look closely at the corners of each of these shapes and figure out how they connect. Did you notice what it was? All of these shapes have at least one corner that's not like an L or smaller than an L, but bigger than an L. The triangles is right there. The corner is bigger than an L. The hexagon, all the corners are bigger than an L. And the trapezoid has these corners that are bigger than L's. And that's something that connects all these shapes together. So you can continue to play this game on your own. All the materials you need are a blank piece of paper and a writing tool, like markers or pencil and crayon. And your job is to think of 2 shapes or 3 shapes that have something that's the same about them. And then you can draw those 2 or 3 shapes and then show them to someone and say, what's the same about these shapes? So if you want to play this game on your own and extend it, all you need to do is create your own groups. Can't wait to see what groups you can come up with today.